Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about new comments that have been made on Ferrari. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on X at James's Pit Lane. I'll leave a link in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. Now, as we know, the last race in Brazil was not good for Ferrari. Over the weekend, they struggled for pace, and then in the Grand Prix, neither Lewis Hamilton or Charles Leclerc finished the Grand Prix, and they lost a lot of points that weekend and now sit fourth in the constructors' standings. Now, following the Brazilian Grand Prix weekend, Ferrari president John Elkann suggested his drivers should talk less, with him saying at an event for Milano Cortina 2026, as quoted by the race, "And surely we have drivers for whom it's important that they focus on driving and talk less, because we still have important races ahead of us, and getting second place is not impossible." Now, these comments were among other direct and indirect team criticisms, and if you want to find out more on what Elkann said, I'll leave a link to a video I've done in the description. But my personal view is that Leclerc and Hamilton are giving it everything to secure second place in the constructors' standings for Ferrari, and as a result, I think the comments from Elkann were unfair. And former Haas team principal Gunther Steiner has suggested it was bad leadership from the Ferrari chief, with Steiner saying on the Red Flags podcast, as quoted by Planet F1, "He's allowed to critique, because in the end he's the boss, but I think he shouldn't do that in public. It is not showing good leadership saying, this guy is doing it right, the mechanics are good, the engineers are good, but you guys are bad in public," and no comment about Fred Vasseur. I find it weird to say the least, to make a comment like this from a person at that level of the company, the highest level. He doesn't have to ask anybody to do it or not to do it. Now, Ferrari have not won a title in a very long time. Their last driver's title was in 2007 with Kimi Raikkonen, and their last constructor's title was in 2008. And there have been times where they've fought for the title since then. I mean, in 2010 and 2012, Fernando Alonso fought for the driver's title with Ferrari, and in those 2 years, it went down to the last race. Then in 2017 and 2018, it looked like at the start of the season, Sebastian Vettel could fight for the title with Ferrari, but then that never happened. Then in 2022, it looked like Ferrari had a quick enough car to compete for the title. It looked like Charles Leclerc would spearhead that charge. But then a series of mistakes, as well as Red Bull out-developing Ferrari, meant that Ferrari did not win the title in 2022. So yeah, basically world champions Alonso and Vettel failed to turn things around at Ferrari before Hamilton, and Sky Sports F1's Ted Kravitz is concerned history could be repeating itself for Ferrari, with him saying on the F1 show, as quoted by Crash.net, "When you go back to Fernando Alonso, who left Ferrari because he said he didn't see a team that was ready or could win consistently, how many years ago was that? That was 2014. Sebastian came in, wasn't able to turn it around. Enjoyed his time being a Ferrari driver and won some races. Charles Leclerc won some races. Then they had the engine controversy at the end of 2019 that was concluded in 2020, when Ferrari reached an arrangement to close off a grey area of the engine rules and the fuel flow meter and all of that. Ferrari were never found to have done anything illegal, but it was a grey area with the deal that was closed off with the FIA. Since then, they've won some races here and there, but they haven't looked like putting together a championship together. It's not a new problem. It goes back to Fernando Alonso, doesn't it?" Now, Hamilton has made it clear he does not want to follow in the path of other world champions who've joined Ferrari and struggled to win a title with them. Hamilton is desperate to win a title with Ferrari. And Hamilton revealed earlier this year that he's been working on documents with suggestions of how Ferrari can end their title drought. But Kravitz has suggested that Hamilton's blueprint may not have been well received at Maranello, with Kravitz going on to say, "Let's think about the Hamilton documents that he's been drawing up, the sort of blueprint from what he's learnt at McLaren and 12 years at Mercedes and so many world championships. Are Ferrari insulted by those documents? Did they think, well, thank you very much, but you just drive the car? If Lewis is writing all of these documents, a kind of winning blueprint about what it takes to be a top-line team, how many times do Ferrari need to hear this? And why are they not listening to it?" But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos. And until the next one, take care. Bye.